So today I'm working long distance loaded carries. My goal weight is going to be 225 for 3 rounds of 500 yards. Now that's going to be non-stop. What I'm experimenting with here is some post-activation potentiation by doing a shorter carry with 400 pounds, basically 405 here. I'll show you what's on the bar here. Just for a short distance, just to kind of a warm up and to get my body acclimated to using heavier weight so that when I go to lighter weight, it feels like even less. So I found this to be very effective for other kind of training. Haven't tested with this, so this is what I'm going to test it with right now. All right, let the good times roll. Now the nice thing about using a Mars bar, you can go hands-free, so I can actually hold this in one hand as I'm walking down the street like a maniac in my other, with the bar controlled on the other hand. So this is a very much slower pace when I'm using this kind of weight, but it's still very tolerable. I've been practicing with 600 pounds inside the rack, shorter carries, and it works fine. So as you can see, gonna go about this far, really sink into that weight, let it really compress everything. Compression is magical with this kind of stuff. And then gonna re-rack it, take a rest, and then go for the actual walk. All right, so let the good times roll. Last leg of a 1,500 yard practice walk here. Got 225 on the bar. This is definitely tougher than last time. The post-activation potentiation worked great. When I put 405, went back to 225, felt like nothing on my back. Not anymore. Now, it definitely is bearing down. So, key with this, walk as fast as possible, as smoothly as possible, minimizing the bounce. I mean, once the traps go numb, you're pretty good, but just as the load bears down, it's harder to breathe. So, I'll check in when I'm done. And so I just finished the last leg of that 225 carry. What I'm gonna do here now is peel this 35 off, leave just the 45 on, so I'll have 155 on the bar. This is basically a 65 pound bar, which is where the numbers come in. So this is basically a way to get more volume under load without being under load as much, because it's very taxing on recovery. So this is going to be speed walking basically with 155, and I'll come back to you after I'm done. All right, so couldn't resist here. Got 45, 45, and then the bar 155. Now, definitely walking faster. This feels like not very much. It's still a decent load, but it's much easier to walk with. So I'm trying to walk about 1.5 times faster than I did before. Basically going on, looking for a longer stride length, pushing more with the calves to keep the momentum moving forward. Now, when doing this, I'm leaning forward a little bit, so I'm basically walking to catch myself, using the bar to kind of help keep me propelling forward. So, fun times. All right, so all done. Now, one lesson I learned while doing that speed carry, really push hard with your calves, really get your hip swing going, because you want the longest stride as possible. The further your stride, the less time you're going to be under the load, which is ideal. Now, in terms of breathing, belly breathing is a good way to go. Don't try and breathe through your chest, because as you got the load here, breathing up, that's going to bring in the traps. That's going to actually make it harder to withstand the load for longer periods of time. You want to maintain that down shoulder position, traps under stretch. Your body will get used to that. They'll go kind of numb. And then basically breathe through your stomach, in and out, diaphragmatic breathing. Not up and down, but in and out. That's going to make a big difference as far as being able to carry this load for longer distances without basically dying.